My husband keeps asking me what I do all day, so here's a day in the life of a farm wife that nobody asked for. Do you like my trophy wife hat? This isn't a typical busy day for me today because my husband happens to be home. We're going to go check the property and I forgot my wrist brace, so I had to run back inside. We checked the fire from yesterday and stopped by to say hi to Mama Cow. We were in search of old water troughs to use for the garden, so we took a drive through the tree farm to check on everything. There's that broken down skid steer. Look what the pigs did. We live on a natural growth tree farm where we harvest what naturally grows. We had to stop and admire all the holes. We got 10 inches of rain while they were digging and they haven't been able to come back and fill them up yet. Got down to the duck pond and stopped and looked for ducks. That 10 inches of rain really did the pond some good. We found this old water trough buried in the woods and cleared out around it. I'm going to make it my swimming pool this summer. We drove by the deer blind and the deer feeder to make sure everything was good. All is well. Keep on going. Look at the deer run. There's still water everywhere. He hates when I have my camera out. Drove by an old wood pile and he decided to light it on fire. OSHA approved, of course. Got back to the gate and did my wifely duties. I always scream, "Oh, hey, girlfriend." He asked for a rag to clean the dozer seat off with, so I went and got one and used Mama's trough to weight it down for him. I went and put my farm shoes on and then headed down to see Mama Cow at her hidey hole in the woods. She's a nocturnal cow and only likes to come out at night. This is me bribing her to give her daily medicine because she slipped in the mud and now has stifle. She constantly runs for me because she doesn't trust me. She knows I'm up to something, but looky there, I got it on her. Then my husband spotted me and requested a ride to the woods. This is what us country folks call a gate bitch. And I was called back to the barn to help with the skid steer. Vroom, vroom, vroom. This skid steer attachment is called the Intimidator. It was my 10-year anniversary present. I was misled. Then I went back to the house and got the trash ready and took it to the dumpster. Then I headed to the barn for the 100th time today to find some tape to rig the feeder so the raccoons couldn't pull it down anymore. Why are they so cute yet so destructive? I noticed some screws were missing, so I fixed the hanger. May as well feed the birds while I'm here. Dumped the old and refilled with fresh. Then I headed to the well house to do some laundry. This porch has been so cluttered and it's been driving us crazy, so I'm going to clean it off. First, I took the blower and blew all the sand and gravel off the concrete. Gotta do the tiny house porch while I'm at it. Then it was time to rearrange everything, so I pulled the buggy over and got all the returns put in the buggy to take over to my truck. I never thought I could accumulate so much stuff while living in an RV and building a tiny house, yet here we are. I wanted to show you the state of my house before I started picking up today because not everybody's life is an Instagram story. The laundry is on the ground because the hamper is overflowing. I did the dishes from last night's dinner. I cannot wait for our dishwasher to get installed this week. I really do like this sink though. Then I headed to the barn to unload the buggy so I could put all this in my truck and return it next week. I feel like I do this a lot. Then I headed to the barn to feed Mama Cow. Then we moved the old garden stuff so we could bring the new troughs up. My goodness, how is there even more laundry? I followed my husband down to the second pasture to get the first water trough. It came up a lot easier than we thought. We bailed some water out, strapped it down, and headed back to the house. We put 4x4s under each one of these water troughs so we could easily move it with the forks if we need to. We have to open and close the gate every time we go to the back so Mama Cow doesn't get out. My husband forgot where he was going and had to back up. Sometimes men have brain farts too. We cleared out around the second trough and got all the water out of it. My husband said this is not a job for old fat men, and that made me laugh. We headed back up to the house where my husband promptly watched me walk away and then turned the camera off. Then I beat the shit out of him. Just kidding, I banged my knuckles on the forks. Then we invited my parents over for dinner, so I had to set the porch up. I cleaned off the new table and my husband got the barbecue pit ready. We made fajitas. I decided to pick up the house a little bit before my parents got there. I feel like all I ever do is the dishes. My parents were running a little bit behind, so I headed to the bathroom to go through the laundry. Holy crap, I forgot to do the laundry for a week. Then the queen made an appearance as my parents were leaving and we all stopped and watched it all. I'd had enough for the day and decided to take a bath. Should I make more day in the life of a farm wife videos?